So how have you finished, Suj?
At the moment,
so far?
At the moment, I'm on 31.
Yep.
Which is actually it's a green arrow. I'm shocked.
Who's got the party poppers?
It's a green arrow. I had Bowen first bench though, so when you have a player from your own team who scores a goal and you first benched him, that's not good. I only made the one move, which was to sell Luis Diaz. I had 2 free transfers, so I had to make one move, otherwise I'm going to be burning a transfer. I thought, I really didn't know where to go from Luis Diaz, and I didn't want to take the risk of him not starting, which he didn't. And thought the best 1 week punt would be Phil Foden, who didn't start as well. But both came on and scored. So in the end,
so you sold one player who scored for another player who's sub and scored.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, cool.
And now I've got Foden instead of Diaz. I don't feel any different either way. Just another 7.5 midfielder.
Other than the fact City have got more difficult fixtures than Liverpool.
Yeah, but City scored 6 yesterday. Liverpool struggled to draw with Luton today. So I'm happy having Foden in there. But I've still got 2 free transfers, and it's good. It's an ongoing problem where I don't have any difficulties in my team. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next week. I think a lot are in that
position. Like you probably would have rolled this week if you only had one.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what I think a lot of people ended up doing this week. Because this week, and I think particularly those who obviously wild-carded in 10 will look great for 12. So I know that Mark was talking about that on Black Box. Like, I don't really know what I want to do in my team, and then you start thinking outside the box. Well, should I do something rogue for the sake of doing something rogue? So
even like just fixing Lamptey, who's sitting there flagged, and God knows when he's going back. But I don't even want to do that because I don't even know what we talked about it. Like, what am I going to do? Buy Charlie Taylor or Lascelles, who might be the same problem. Plenty of people have had to go into their benches as well this week. I think we need to give a shout out to Nico. So. I
bet he's got Kabore and Archer on the bench, I bet, hasn't he?
No, he had Kabore. At one point, he had Kabore coming in for Shimikas.
Oh.
Kabore got an assist. Kabore had the clean sheet and the assist, and it looked like, okay, Shimikas is not going to come on. It would have been the auto sub of the game week, and obviously Shimikas came on and got a 1-pointer, so no. But a lot of people were going deep into their benches. Oh, fireworks.
Katy Perry's here.
But where are you at with your week?
29, which somehow is a green arrow. I was shitting myself before that Liverpool game with no Salah, just thinking I'm going to be sitting up here looking like a complete melon. I just look like a melon rather than a complete one.
Yeah, you're probably in the same way you're licking your lips before the Villa game, though, with 2 of them at least.
No, I think most people probably have Watkins and Cash anyway, so there wasn't a lot of gain there. I knew I was behind on Liverpool assets. On 29, I'm a little bit of a green. I'm about 40k up to about 730, I think, at the moment, with 3 players to go from the only unbeaten team in the Premier League, Suj.
Yes. No. I can't even say anything. You're sitting top of the league. My team lost yesterday. You can't even...
I'm not top of the league. I'm second.
City jumps you. Fair play, yeah. But fingers crossed you get the result tomorrow that you want.
Hope so.
Have you started planning the next game week or not?
I've had a lot of playing around last night on FPL team, looking at a few things. I think most people who have Haaland probably naturally started looking around at other things because obviously we know he went off with an ankle knock. Plus, I think obviously with Bournemouth, yes, FPL Spun sitting right at the front in his Bournemouth shirt, and he was in the away end yesterday, bless him, and captained Haaland, so he couldn't even enjoy that bit of it.
Yeah.
It's like a trifecta near Darwin Núñez's misses, wasn't it? I think most would have looked at alternatives, so I had a look at alternatives. This week now, with City's next 4 against Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Villa, feels like the next point where you could jump off. My intention currently wouldn't be to do so, as long as he's fit. Obviously, if he is injured and I've not got Salah, then that's obviously going to happen with 2 free transfers in. But the intention would be to stick on the path. Obviously, looked at alternatives in terms of getting towards Mo, which I would like to do at some point because it's the glaring problem in my team. But the one thing I keep coming back to and looking at is when I try and force him in, my team looks worse.
Yep.
Every time. And I think I'm probably in a position where I've ended up on a small green with the Tottenham boys to go because of the competitive nature of the way I picked my squad with basically 8 attackers. And getting the big decision right this week, which was playing Mitoma and Bowen, who both returned over Saka. So quite happy.
Finding money for Salah is a problem for people that don't have him. Like, where are you going to make the sacrifice? So my premiums, I would look at downgrading Trippier, but then he brings in a 9-pointer yesterday. And you're like, oh yeah, maybe he's worth it. So I don't really want to sell him because he keeps chipping away. I know he had the donut last week in 0, but before that, if you look at his returns, it's so consistent. So I don't want to sell Trippier. Haaland being injured, I think makes a lot of people's lives
I think he'll be
easier.
fine. But
So it doesn't make anybody's life easier because we can't get
a lot
Salah.
of us will have Haaland. A lot of us will have Matty Cash, who's potentially gone off with a knock today as well. We think probably neither case is serious. I imagine if the City game had been 0-0, Haaland probably would have carried on. And in the case of Cash, it looks like he's carried on playing for a little bit today. So probably not serious, but that's enough to make me think, yeah, there's no early transfers. I think the transfer I had in mind before the game week started was probably Alvarez to Nketiah. And then look at what I was going to do with the other one. Because as I'm set for next week, I'll be benching Alvarez anyway. If I buy Nketiah, I'm probably benching Maddison at Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's dirty.
Yeah, I think a lot of people with selection headache